Hi everyone, I'm Teresa from Blue Banana Bites, and today I'm thrilled to be chatting with Enni, the artist behind LoviemoArt and Diana Tarot. We'll be diving into her creative world, her connection to tarot, and how neurodivergence shapes her art and spirituality. So here we go. So Enni, could you introduce yourself and tell us what LoviemoArt and Diana Tarot are all about?
Yes, so I am indeed Enni Tapionkaski, and I'm originally from Finland, north of Finland, and now based in UK. Basically, LoviemoArt came about a few years ago. I started sculpting these vulva sculptures, and I started doing drawings of based on in the female genitalia world, and yeah, then I started wondering, what is the point of this? And a lot of my family members asked, like, why are you doing this? And I
love.
wanted to, yeah, I wanted to explain my point, as in, because in the original Finnish religions and beliefs, women hold the gateway to the underworld and between our worlds in their vulva or vagina. And there's the connection to the spirituality and wisdom and heritage and family lineage. And I wanted to empower women and of their own wisdom and power, basically, by creating these sculptures and drawings. Then I started also about Ihana Tarot, my tarot work, my journey with tarot started many, many years ago through my nan, but then I rediscovered tarot again in 2019. And during the lockdown years almost, started studying it more and practicing, and now I've been a professional tarot reader for 2 years. That's what I'm hoping to continue in the future as well. So I'm an artist and a tarot reader as my side business.
Yeah. So we can tell that basically your origins as well as through your grandmother, is that something that shaped your artistry, that shaped the way that basically you approach art?
Oh, yes, yeah, definitely. I'm very passionate about Finno-Ugric cultures and history and languages and the old religions of that area, Siberia, Finland, and Scandinavia as well. I am very passionate about those matters, and it does show in my art in many ways, for sure.
That's nice. And I think it fits into our next question, because you often describe your tarot approach as gentle and empowering. So can I ask you, what does that look like in practice?
Yes, so I sometimes refer to myself as a gateway tarot reader. A lot of people, my clients who approach me, they have never had a tarot reading before. And I would say that I'm pretty good at explaining the basics of tarot through a reading as we go on. And I explain what all the symbols mean and what the images means and the card placements and what is major arcana and minor arcana and what's the story behind tarot overall. Also, my approach to tarot is a bit more person-centered and a little bit maybe more therapeutic, instead of the focus being in fortune telling, which I try and avoid as much as I can, but obviously, because the future is always unknown and always can be changed.
Of course.
So I try and avoid that. Instead, I want to focus on what is happening in my client's world at the moment and how we can prepare ourselves for the best possible outcome, and also trying to help them to find their inner knowledge and power and to go forward and reach their goal.
Try to give them some power. That's nice. And would it be okay for you to show also some pieces that
Yes.
you made with Loviemo, so basically your other art
Yeah,
side?
I've got a couple of pieces. I've could show this, which has been many people's favorite. And I've decided to keep it for myself. It's not been sold in any of my shops, but here there's a little wall art piece with vulva in the middle and with the mushrooms, and it has a natural stone in it. A little pebble that I found from the beach, and I build
Tying
moss
to nature.
around it. Yeah, I try and use a lot of recycled materials or even materials that I find from nature, just to give a bit more
Makes sense.
that connection and personality to the piece.
Yeah.
So here is one, which is one of my favorites as well.
Does it have a special meaning to you? Like, did it come to you in a special moment, or was it one of your first pieces?
I think it is one of my first pieces actually, and also I just found the similarities between fungi, mushrooms, flowers, petals. There's a lot of similar shapes and colors and textures as we have in our bodies and anatomy. So that is what inspired me with the mushrooms and moss.
It makes sense. It does look like a flower.
Yeah, yeah. And my other one is also something that people talk or have a lot of questions about. It's I've named it Hound of Galma, and there's a lot of teeth in it. It's based on a folk tale of how women had fox's mouth between their legs, and just to kind of warn people of ever hurting women, basically. And this also has a natural stone in it, and I've used a actual resin fox jaw on the teeth, and I created some more teeth.
They are like a mix of modern and natural elements.
Yeah.
With a lot of definitely anatomy mysticism in them, and nature too.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So this is also a wall art, so it can be hanged on wall or just a table decoration. That was my...
Yeah.
But yeah, it's...
Do your pieces usually come with a little explanation of your work? Like, do people usually ask about what they mean to you, or they just go with their own, with what they represent for them?
Often people do ask, like, why, what is this? And as the Hound of Kalma, as the name, Kalma is the world of the dead or the underworld. And the hound, there is also, as in many folk stories around the world, there is a dog guarding the gates of the underworld. So I wanted that to be also present in that piece.
Okay. And is this always part of your Finnish culture, or is part of your Finnish culture? Like
yeah, it is. Yeah. But obviously there's a lot of influence from some Russian and Siberian cultures as well, and history, because there's quite a lot of similarities, and also Scandinavian Viking cultures and religions and folk tales. I do get a lot of inspiration from them, because there is quite a lot of similarities in the stories.
Nice. And Enni, just a question. As you told me before, you are affected by a neurodivergent condition, which is dyspraxia. And we are actually in the official dyspraxia week this week. Would you like to tell us how this condition shows up in your creative process and how it affects you?
Yeah, so I definitely experience a lot of tremors and obviously disorganized thinking, and my motor skills have not developed in the same way as many others. And even a lot of people say, how can you do art? How can you do such pretty things with dyspraxia? But I've just done a lot of practice, been creating art all my life, especially sculptures and drawings. And I've kind of start every process by creating a mess, and then I slowly start piecing it and taking things out and adding little things and kind of shaping it into the finish.
We all just start as a mess. We're just, compound of molecules and the mass, and then we grow, and sometimes we're still a bit messed up, and that's okay. There's no need to be perfect, and art just is a representation of art and what we like, and a little imperfection here and there is part of the beauty of it too, I think. especially if you did art your whole life, I'm sure you have your ways to, bring it out.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so definitely practice. Obviously, some people say that it's you are born with talent, but I also think that a lot of practice and passion, drive, that's what makes talent, really.
Definitely. It takes a lot of practice to make something, and to make it nice, it takes even more. So effort is showing. And can I ask you, you told us already about some challenges. Of course, with dyspraxia, the coordination is just not there. But would you also say that you have some kind of superpower that neurodivergency has given you, like being extremely resilient, for an example?
Yeah, yeah, one of the things is I am very passionate about certain subjects and
Mm-hmm.
matters. I'm very knowledgeable of those subjects and matters, like the Finno-Ugric and Finnish culture and history, as well as folklore and folk tales overall, globally. Also art, animals, nature. Those are my favorite themes that I like to study and know more of. So it's the special interests and hyper focus, studying those special interests. I am quite the expert on quite a few things.
I'd say that if someone has questions about Finnish fauna, flora, folklore, everything around that, you are the person to go then.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I would claim so.
I mean, Nordic folklore is definitely interesting, very different than the southern one. I'm personally very passionate about old Greek mythology, but definitely saw a lot more of Nordic folklore coming out in movies, in books. I recently watched a movie about
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
changelings, sorry. And that was very interesting. I didn't know that it was Northern folklore, and I just learned after I researched a bit. And I think there's definitely more coming through, culturally wise, from the northern countries, at least from Italy and up. And that's very nice because there's a lot behind it. So it's good to have more representation, I'd say.
Oh, yeah.
And is there any message you would like to share with other neurodivergent creatives, as this is ADHD Awareness Month, but it's just an umbrella for many conditions?
Yeah. I would like to say embrace and cherish your inner child and do those things that made you happy or your young self happy.
Mm-hmm.
Art is definitely one of those things for me, for myself, creating something, playing with clay. And it doesn't have to be good. Don't put too much pressure on creating something.
That's very sweet and very true. Manipulating is also really helps a lot with stress relief, and just creating it's a process. Doesn't have to be the end goal. Good. And Annie, Halloween is coming. Very fast. And I was wondering if there is anything you do to keep it enjoyable or stress for, people who are sensitive to sensory overload, for an example.
Especially this year, I have found a small group of other neurodivergent women around myself, and we are having a little private get together house party. We're obviously going to dress up and we're going to have food and listen to music and watch films and have drinks, but it's going to be in our own small little bubble. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think that will be a lovely tradition to go forward, even though it's not the first time, hasn't even happened yet, but I'm really looking forward to it and I wish we can do it every year from now on.
I'm sure it will go well, and if people can understand each other, then I'm sure it will be fun too. And can I ask you, if someone's interested, where can they find your art and your tarot work?
I'm mainly on Instagram at the moment, so my art can be found as with my name Enni.Tapionkaski on Instagram, and Ihana Tarot is as Ihana Tarot, just written together on
Of
Instagram
course,
as
we'll
well.
leave everything in comments, and we will try to upload all the links so it's easy to find you and connect with you. Can I ask you what's next for you? Do you have any project or fairs or goals coming up?
Yeah, well, I have two main goals now coming up. I'm going to focus on Christmas markets, doing tarot, and maybe doing my art. Some Christmas markets don't always allow my art subject to be shown, which I understand, but definitely tarot will be at the Christmas fairs and markets. And another new thing for me is I'm starting to learn Inari Sami language, which is one of my long lost languages of my people of Lapland, and I will be studying Inari Sami soon for a few months. And I just got the news this morning that I was accepted. My application was accepted
Nice.
to this course, so that's something that I'm really looking forward to.
So in the end, you will reconnect somehow to your roots, and it will be like a full circle. So
Exactly.
not only immersing yourself in the culture and sharing it with everyone else, but also actually actively researching it and learning it. That's very commendable, and it's a lot of work, I'm sure, because it's not so common and probably not so easy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. This is one of my languages in general are something that I'm really interested in as well. So really looking
Yeah,
forward
that
to this
sounds
course.
exciting.
Hmm.
I'm sure it will be, and I wish you luck with that because I'm sure it will require a lot of energy.
Yeah. Thank you.
But the enthusiasm is there, so I'm sure that would be nice.
Yeah.
And Enni, I wanted to say thank you so much for sharing your time and insights with us. And of course, thank you everyone for watching. We will leave all the links to Enni's work in the comments. We will try on the video too, so you can explore more of our work through LoviemoArt and the Hannah Tarot. So stay tuned for more inspiring stories here on Blue Banana Bites. Thank you again so much, Enni, for being with us. And this was very nice. And again, thank you.
Thank you.